One More Achiever will be going around in race number 1 there on Sunday and will be ridden by the apprentice as Saddam. He's had 5 runs this preparation, closed off okay at Penang last start when he ran 5th, beaten a touch over 3 lengths in a Class 5 contest over 1200 metres, and will carry the 56 kilos. He's down to 37 points now, and that is One More Achiever. Looks a rough each way chance there in the first. Good Taste is resuming there in the first of the day, and M. Yusri will take the ride, draws barrier 2. Good Taste didn't win when last in work, has won the 4 races from 39 starts overall, and all of those victories have been over the 1400 metres, but has not won a race since October 2017. That is Good Taste, who goes around in race 1. Golden Empire, also engaged in race 1, is on the downgrade this weekend, coming off 4 unplaced efforts in Class 4 company. Posted successive victories back in July and August of last year. Draws barrier 1, CK Core rides the gelding for the first time, and the 7-year-old who's won 6 races overall, and 5 of those races have been over the 1400 metres. So that's the 7-year-old Golden Empire, who goes around in the first. Now I King, now near the bottom of Class 4 grade nowadays on 46 points, is really far off the mark, usually races on the speed, and Saddam will take the ride aboard the gelding from barrier 4. So that is I King. He goes around in race number 2. Star Choice was striding out okay on the sand on Tuesday, and will come from one of the outside barriers there in race 2 on Sunday. Star Choice with WK Yarn to take the ride. The horse has been racing in pretty good form. Took out a Class 5 race at KL 2 starts ago. That was back on the 1st of December. And since then has had the unplaced effort there in a Class 4 contest at Penang. That is Star Choice. Goes around in race 2. Now, Chief Clark has been freshened up since his all-the-way victory at KL going back to the 1st of December. Casey Wong retains the ride, and it was sharpened up in a trial during the week when he was successful in a trial on track number 2. This is Chief Clark. He goes around in the second. Chief Clark, who keeps on responding, now kicks about half a length clear of King Force. Asian Jet is back on the inside and then determined to win. Chief Clark is finding plenty over the final stages though and pulls clear. Chief Clark has won from Asian Jet, King Force, and determined to win. Now, Congratu is second up from a spell, goes around in race 3 with iFurgerial to take the ride. And not a bad effort, should strip a lot fitter following that recent performance at KL over the 1200. Steps it up to the 1400 metres, where the horse was successful in breaking its maiden tag back in June of this year. It actually won second up at its last preparation. It's had the 10 starts overall, 1 win and 2 placings. Congratu goes around in race 3. Big Bank will be heading the weights there in race number 4 on Sunday. Calvin Goon, the regular jockey, he'll be riding Big Bank. The 6-year-old working up to another wind, having its second run back in Class 5 company, and was runner-up behind Chiron Warrior at Penang going back 2 weeks ago. It was pretty competitive there in Class 4 races, but I think back to Class 5, he is just about due to break back into the winner's stall. That is Big Bank, who goes around in race 4. He draws barrier 5. Golden Rooster was striding out on the sand on Tuesday, coming off a last start placing there in Penang 2 weeks ago. And Casey Wong has been reacquainted there with Golden Rooster. And the 5-year-old looks a very good chance there in race number 6. Draws the 8 barrier and yet to win a race from 17 starts overall. Has placed on 6 occasions, has been tried in the market a few times as well. But came third from a wide barrier last start. That is Golden Rooster. Lucky Giant returns to the racetrack there on Sunday in race number 7. Casey Wong will take the ride. Of course, this horse had 4 runs last preparation for 3 wins, all in succession, before pulling up with a respiratory problem back on the 13th of October. So he'll be first up from a spell. He won a trial going back a couple of weeks ago. He looked quite impressive in winning the trial. So Lucky Giant, and he looks as though he's back in form. Looks a very good chance of taking out race 7 on Sunday's program. Triple One De Great coming off a last start win there in Penang, but that's going back to the 3rd of November, has been freshened up for since that outing, and El De Souza will take the ride on Triple One De Great. Comes out of the 8 barrier and was an odds-on favourite last start. He's on the upgrade following his Class 5 win last time out. He's won 4 from 32 overall, dropping back to the 1,000 metres in the last on the program. That is Triple One De Great.